yeah, but I'd rather do business with a guy who was honest with me from day one than somebody who tried to hoodwink me, get me in at a low rate, get me all excited, and then stick me with the higher rate when they felt like I was stuck. This is a pretty classic story. Steve comes to me, I look at his file, and I'm telling him, Steve, I got good news for you, and I've got bad news. The good news is I can close your loan. You can get this house, it's done. The bad news is you're gonna have a higher rate because you've got these negative issues going on with your credit that cause you to have a higher rate. Those issues are things that I discovered, not just by looking at his credit, but digging a lot deeper, okay? I won't bore you with all the details, right? He comes back to me and says, Josh, I really like you. I like how you've treated me. I like everything that you're saying, but I've got another lender that's promised me a rate half a point lower. I go, okay, here's the deal, Steve. I know you're trying to figure out what's true. If you go with this other lender, they're going to change the rate on you. When they change the rate on you, would you give me a call and just let me do your business? Because they're not going to close it at that rate. They're going to come up with an excuse or a reason to change it, and they're going to try to change it last minute. Sure enough, he calls me in about a week and a half and said, Josh, everything you said is exactly how it played out. They came back and was like, oh, sorry, once the underwriter got the file, they found blah, 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 blah. Your rate's gonna be different. I said, well, what rate was it? He said, it was the exact same rate that you quoted me. I said, well, I mean, I told you it was a fair rate. He said, yeah, but I'd rather do business with a guy who was honest with me from day one than somebody who tried to hoodwink me, get me in at a low rate, get me all excited, and then stick me with the higher rate when they felt like I was stuck and I had no other options. I was like, don't worry about it. You got options. We got a whole 2 weeks before closing. We'll get this sucker done, no problem. And that's what we did. We closed the loan for Steve. He got in there. He was happy because we were honest with him from day one and did not mislead him, did not change the terms on him, did not increase the quote, the closing costs, the rate, any of those things. And it ticked him off that another lender did that to him, promising him the moon and giving him a hunk of cheese instead. If you are tired of the uncertainty of mortgages or closings, or you've just heard of that from others and you don't want to deal with that, give us a call, because one of the things you'll get from us is you will be 100% confident in the decision you're making, and you will be certain that the decision you're making in your loan structure is the right decision for you, the right structure for your financial situation and your financial goals.